Alrighty, we're back. Another exciting computer architecture class. I'm very excited by this idea that everybody will be making printed circuit boards in computer architecture class. I think this is a very nice idea. There are bound to be some hiccups in this the first time that I've taught it, formally in computer architecture. Before we just sort of did it informally, and I'm sure that there are people who are going to have questions. So I thought what I'd do is sort of use Axiom to show the homeworks that you've submitted. And then Axiom Mentor should be able to allow us to see how things came out for the homework so we can all see each other's work. I assume no one objects to that. Is that okay? So let's look at that. Axiom Mentor. And now we got the computer architecture course, and then we see assignments, and where does that buy us? Where are the students' assignments? How do I find? Under materials? Communications? This? Why are they both called homework 1? Where are the assignments the students handed in? You guys submitted these materials, right? Is it under blog posts? Is it under projects? Under assignment tools? How do I find assignments? Oh, student work, of course. You have to click the assignments? Homework 1. How do you do that? Oh, you have to go to click on student files. That's what I didn't click on. You have to click on student files. Ah, alright. So what do we got here? We're missing a bunch of people here. What happened? You're not submitting homework. This is very bad. Homework is due now. You can't submit it late. Yeah, we were just going to do a simple board layout. So let's look at yours. I see board, BRD. And we can open, I guess. And it should open with Eagle, right? There it is. Open. Yeah, that looks nice. Well, it looks like what you have here is a via that goes from the top to the bottom. What you can do if you want to do like a pour is, and it looks like you've got the outline here, there's supposed to be a way in which you can do a copper pour. Did you do that already? When you watch Jeremy Bloom, yeah, didn't he do a copper pour where the whole ground plane became solid except for the areas where the trace was etched out? Well, that's okay. As long as the electrical, I believe the way it's called is pour, P-O-U-R. And so you create a polygon, and then what you do is you establish large areas of constant copper, right? The copper's just poured all over the place, and you just etch out the parts where you don't want the copper. You did that, okay. Because I see the polygon outline. Oh, okay. He had errors and yours didn't? Oh, wow. Now for your properties, let's see, what do we got here? There should be a way, let's see if we can do this. Open recent, oh, this is it. It's not showing the old stuff. Let's do the following. Let's go back to the CR 346 lectures. Whoops. Now there should be, I think we did the, well, we probably did this, the history, and we got into probably a little bit of lecture 1. Then we started doing this board layout thing, and I gotta say it looks really nice. I'm not displeased. The business about not doing the copper pour doesn't bother me too much. It's electrically correct. The thing that he did is he did a design rule check. You did that too? Did you try a PC board quote? Okay, for that you need the schematic. So the schematic, you have it, but it's not there. When you do the design, when you do the quote, he wants to go and try and find all of the parts, and then see where what the availability is and cost on a per unit basis will be. So they call that the BOM, or bill of materials. And what it does is it gives you the ability to design for manufacture, so that when you go to order all of the parts for your printed circuit board, you'll not only know where you're ordering them from, but you'll have detailed part numbers and quantities. Oh, you did that. Okay, so let's see how yours came out. How do I get out of this? I gotta click on the button I can't see. So let's try that. I guess I click this. What's this? That doesn't do anything. I get the zip file. So the zip file downloads. Show in folder. That's right. Open with 7-zip. Okay. Extract to downloads. I guess that's alright. And now let's see where it is. This must be it, right? Okay, let's find it. This is your stuff, right? That's the exchange certificate. Here it says homework 1, update, update. Which one do I do? There's 2. Here's how this one maybe. Is this one, Tarek?
Yeah.
Alright then. So presumably if you did a design, you can click on design link general or schematic. Let's try schematic. And then I think, yep, he's starting to download from the database at element 14, which is Newark. So what Newark is doing is it's integrating its, I'll call it catalog, with I'm missing some part. Manual search. It says you cannot find one of the packages in your system. Oh, there it is. So I guess I'll pick this one. He says availability 0. This is why he's giving you a hard time. He wants to charge you 43.6 cents per unit, but he doesn't have any. This is one of those things where, you know, it's just a capacitor, right? It doesn't have to be the one that he picked. So if you go and change your capacitor, you won't be getting errors like this, because you can't put together orders with parts that you can't get, right? I mean, that's a good thing to know, that if you go to Newark and try and order the part, they don't have it. And it's real easy to find a 22 microfarad capacitor. We wouldn't, you know, have a problem finding that with another manufacturer. But you can select it anyway. And now he's checking price and availability on each thing. And finally what he gives you is a list of parts. And one of these costs like 10 bucks. What is that? The 555 costs 10 bucks? Are you sure you want that one?
Because there's only two 555.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, I mean, let me sort of just this goes to the question of how you search for like a part. So if what you're looking for is a small form factor 555, and I think we wanted a surface mount 555, right? Then you could type in something like this: surface mount 555, and see if Google can find these things. Maybe it's NE 555, you know, or equivalent. And there's a surface mount NE 555. I mean, it's not possible to not be able to find surface mount parts. So if you typed in NE 555 when you did your search, maybe it would come up a little bit better. Here it is. Right? I mean, he's charging for $25. Nobody spends $10 on a 555 timer, unless they're like from another planet. They don't know what milk is or something. That's just, don't do that. Don't spend $10 on 555 timers. They're, you know, on eBay, and you can buy like 25 surface mount for $10. So it's not $10. It's an order of magnitude cheaper than $10. And of course, this is not the best price you can get. And so, I don't know. I don't have to tell you guys. You got to shop around a little bit, right? Don't just. Maybe it's not that important because it's just a homework, you know. But I just want to make the point. Don't show it to your boss with a $10 part if you know it's a 10-cent part. Because that's a big difference, right? That's going to kill your profit margins. Wow. Okay, $10 part. We'll keep it. Adafruit charges $10 and people pay it? Really? There's something wrong. There must be quantity associated with that $10. But anyways, okay. So then you got this very nice schematic, but it doesn't look like you did any of the work that had to do with creating the yeah. I mean, if you had used the schematic they gave you, you would have already seen the plus VCC.
I make it in the homework one. You go back to the homework one.
Well, I asked you which one to open.
Yeah, but I did that because when I made the schematic, the last one for the PCB, it doesn't show in the battery connected to the 555.
Okay, so let's look at your other the other one. Let's see now. This is going to be this one, maybe? No, that's the board. This one. Okay. Let's open that up. Right, now that makes sense, right? Because look at the difference. It's a lot cleaner, and he's got the VCC showing up in here, you see. And if you mouse right over here and look at properties, you should be able to change which what the source is for your property. Well, actually, this is not bad. This is different than what you had in your other one, right? This one it looks like it's coming from Newark. Schematic. Did you change 555 timers for some reason? Why did you change 555 timers? Oh. You just picked one. Okay. Yeah, there's something about the resolution here that's not quite right. I can't exactly see the whole screen, and they didn't design the dialog box to be how do you call it, screen resolution friendly. Maybe I have to change it. Change the resolution of the screen. If I change the resolution of the screen while I'm recording, I'm thinking I have to stop the recording and restart it. I suppose I could do that. Alright, let's do that. Stop the recording.